Hello, my name is Jeffrey Romanick, and I'm a partner at the law firm of Gross & Romanick. Gross & Romanick is located in Fairfax, Virginia. At Gross & Romanick, I manage the criminal practice, and a substantial portion of my practice is dedicated to representing individuals who've been charged with drunk driving. In Northern Virginia, as in much of the United States, the crime of drunk driving is a hot-button issue. The attitude toward individuals charged with the crime is intense. The atmosphere for prosecution is difficult. The prosecutors, Commonwealth attorneys in Virginia, and particularly in Northern Virginia, have made prosecution of the crime of drunk driving a priority. However, not everybody who's charged with drunk driving is found guilty of drunk driving. You need to have an attorney who's experienced and knows what to look for in terms of finding defenses that are available for the crime. When an individual comes into my office, things look bad. The average person comes in, they've been stopped by the police officer, they've been taken to the station, they blow into a breath machine, and they're over the legal limit. However, once they come into my office, I begin the process of picking apart what may have gone wrong with the arrest, the stop, and the procedures followed by the police officer. The starting point for the DWI defense is the initial contact by the police officer with the individual charged. What was the reason for the stop? Does the officer have reasonable articulable suspicion that the individual was engaged in criminal activity? That's the standard. It comes from the United States Constitution, and there are lots of things that can go wrong with a DWI prosecution. We start with the stop, and then we move to look at the arrest itself. The standard for an arrest is also constitutional. It's a probable cause standard. And what we're looking for when we're representing individuals charged with DWI is whether or not the police have done everything that is appropriate and proper under the United States Constitution. We look at that stop, we look at the arrest, we look at what happened at the station with the breath machine. The breath machine is conducted in a way where an individual has to be properly advised of his rights. The machine itself is not infallible, and what we do is we look to see if there were any problems with the machine before and after the individual was tested with that particular machine. We'll look into the situation as to whether or not it would be appropriate to hire an expert toxicologist to assist with the case, whether or not experts with regard to the use of the breath machine are appropriate. And what we're doing is we're taking a global attack on these cases. Now, as I indicated, not everybody is convicted of DWI who's charged with DWI, and you need to have an experienced attorney representing you in court. If you're interested in using my law firm or finding out more about me, please visit my website at www.gross.com.